I'm muted, and I'm terrible at my job. Um, but the funny thing is that you saw how amused I was. You saw I was absolutely tickling myself here. I think the choice is Unctus. Artifact creatures get +1/+1. Mostly, I think of this as a solid 3-drop defensive card. And I have recently discovered the power of blue in this set. Holy cow. Some good stuff. Other cards in here that are good at all. I think Blazing Crescendo is pretty nice. There you go. Unctus. The Junctus. Paladin of Predation. Charge of the Mites. Experimental Augury. Okay, so I see a Contagious Vorak. That one's really good. What's a Miglaw's Maze Crusher? Okay, we're gonna get Miglaw's. This guy's really good. This is really, really, really good. 4/4 for 3. And I'm not going to overthink it. 4/4 for 3. You can remove 3 oil counters to destroy an artifact or enchantment, and there's a lot of power artifacts and enchantments. So our opponent appears to have taken one of the uncommons. So maybe just like simple removal or something like that. I don't know. This cat has been so happy lately. I think Blight Belly Rat is excellent. I think this is unbelievable. I think Voltage Charge is unbelievable. Yeah, I think this is fine. Show me what I got. Oh, everything here's really bad. Wow, this is... Whoa. I would prefer to just pack this up and send this to the other side. So I suppose Vat of Rebirth. This is the kind of card that you can actually eventually build around. You can eventually start having a whole bunch of little mites that are dying, or you can proliferate in green and blue and that sort of stuff. I think this is fine. I think Kuldotha Cackler is actually also okay. You know, weirdly, I think I'm just going to take the Cackler. I really want to run Miglaw's. I really want to run it. Alright, we got some good stuff here. We have Blazing Crescendo, Oil Gorger Troll, Chimney Rabble. I like all of these. I actually think that I undervalued Blazing Crescendo, and I think I need to shut up. There's also Malcator's Watcher. I don't know. Do I really want to dip into Malcator's Watcher here with Unctus Grand Metatech? Chimney Rabble, I think, is a very, very, very good card. I think it's between these two. Blazing Crescendo is, I think, premium, ultra, ridiculously good. I think it's between these two. The red cards drew my eye. I think they're the best cards here. This, obviously, you need aggressive build arounds, but why not? Why not? Let's just go for some creatures. Furnace Punisher. I see nothing else cheap. I'm actually going to get the Furnace Punisher. This is a 3/3 with Menace. Great. So I'm pretty sure that we are an aggressive oil list. What is this doing here? Huh. Oh, yeah. Huh. This... What the heck? I'm going to get the Tainted Observer, I think. I don't really think I'm going to be playing any of these. I'm pretty content with the 4 red-green cards that I do have. Some wild cards. I think there's potential to do some sort of blue-black thing. Yeah. Yeah, I think I'm correct on that assessment. I'm going to get the Escaped Experiment. I think this is a very good 2-mana card. We might just be not green. Sure wish I'd gotten Malcator's Watcher, huh? I actually don't know. I mean, this card's really good. Ichor Plate Golem? Maybe? I'm a little confused as to what's going on. It's Arvada Rebirth. I'm going to pick this because I probably will be low on playables right now. I think I'm still leaning towards just green-red. Still leaning towards it, but part of me is strongly considering just going for blue-black, which is a ridiculous sounding thing to say, but I actually think that it's so open. This is probably right. This is probably right. I think that there are. I think that this is right. What are my other cards here? Yeah, I might even be willing to run that. Then I could even run the Tainted Observer. Yeah, I'm going to do this really slowly. I'm pretty sure that blue and black is the right place to dip into. Great. There's a Voidwing Hybrid. Very lucky. Yeah, but I really think blue and black appear to be a good decision for me to go down. Should I be sticking to any red or green here? This pack wouldn't indicate as such. I think that we're going to see a lot of black and blue flowing. Wow, I mean, I literally can't believe I got 2 Voidwing Hybrids. I mean, I really feel like I'm cheating right now. This is kind of hilarious. There's another Escaped Experiment, which is very good. Yeah, I really like Escaped Experiments. I think it's just very, very good. So I think that I am therefore just going to say we are blue-black. We might be splashing for this Tainted Observer. And I think that this was reasonable because there was so much blue and black coming. There was so much blue and black coming in those last few picks. It was like hard not to notice. And I mean, I tend to be pretty not paying attention to that sort of stuff. I think Ichor Synthesizer is all right. So now I'm seeing some pretty good reds. This is pretty good, this is pretty good, but dude, like the greens are not coming in. Dude, look at this late Chittering Skitterling. I'm a-telling ya. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, like, I think that being pretty thick on 2 and 3s seems sensible. Oh my goodness, look, an Ambulatory Edifice. Yeah, no, I'm killing this, dude. There's pretty much no one. Pretty much no one doing this. That is just a read that I'm very, very pleased about. Chittering Skitterling, nice. Dude, yeah, black. I think I'm the only black drafter now. the Whisper of the Dross is really important because we have two Void Wing hybrids. This I'm not going to be doing. I mean, very unlikely. I mean, technically they work with Unctus, but I would rather just cut them now so I don't get distracted by them. I'm a little low on just cards that can fit into the deck. Oh my god, look, another Escaped Experiment. This is, I mean, this is actually great. I think we just want a shitload of Escaped Experiments. Blue and black, blue and black, blue and black, blue and black. We're gonna need it. Oh, all right. Close my eyes and don't worry about it. It's time to get Malcator's Watcher. Time to get Malcator's Watcher. Nope, 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 nope. Just doing this, just doing this. This is it. Super easy, super straightforward, no problem. No problem at all. I mean, I guess this, but I'm not that happy about it. Anoint with Affliction is exactly what we want. Little light on Proliferate, yeah. We're light on Poison, light on Proliferate. This is actually turning out pretty good. Somehow we get Venser. Another Tainted Observer. Jesus. Do I actually just get Anoint with Affliction? It's just too good. What does this do? Do I want Ickermoon Gauntlet? Dross Pit. Do I actually have that much Toxic? I mean, I'm probably gonna get this anyways. I'm gonna try this. I don't think I need that many more Chittering Skitterlings. I mean, if I have 2 of these in there, I mean, that's actually like a lot. I don't necessarily know if I need this Cataxian Anatomist, but it does proliferate. This proliferates. Our things do not proliferate. We have 2 proliferators in the entire deck. Maybe one will wheel, huh? Oh. Ha 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 ha. Maybe we'll actually get a lot of these. Alright. I might actually just cut all our Skitterlings. It's 15 lander. I mean, this is... These look like goofers. These look like really goofy ones. Let me try to do some adjustment here. Alright, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Probably need a few more creatures in there. Dude, it's actually probably fine to run some fleshlesses. Yeah, I think this is it. I think I'm gonna run 15 lands. Maybe I should do 16. I can peel out one of these. Yeah, this is what we're gonna do. Excuse me, kitten. The Great Dimir Pivot. That is one of the better switches I've done. Not because it paid off, which is of course absolutely polluting my analysis of the situation. Very results-oriented comment. But more so, I was just like, blue and black really seem to be open. And I really feel like, as a great example, reject imperfection. Like, Omega super duper wield. Alright. Alright, let's open up the predictions. Dude, getting out of green was just... That is good stuff. 16 landers. Didn't get there on the oil golem. Yeah, we don't actually... We have like one card with oil. Yeah, 6th pick, Anoint with Affliction. Yeah, that's some good stuff right there. I think we were the only black drafter at the table, and this will be my first draft running the 2/2 artifacts that can sack stuff. All right. I mean, this Kaito can just crush. Really great run out. I can do some anointing. Alright, so I think that probably the play is pass, so that way I can reject imperfection into Kaito. I think so. Because then I have... see what villain does. Let's just see what villain does. We have some options. We have some options. I'll just take this damage. Like, I really want to see what's up here. So obviously I can Whisper to pick this thing off. But ideally, I get 5 lands, I play Kaito, and then I can Whisper to kill this anyways, and I get the proliferation bonus on it, which is really, really nice. That would be really, really, really nice. So we'll see what Darkstar does. Someone going back to the hand. So they're getting a wee bit of momentum. So we want to make sure that we're doing okay. This will certainly not get blocked. This would ultra super surprise me. What's it gonna be, Darkstar? I think this card is extremely good in this format. I really like Escaped Experiment. Like, a whole ridiculous amount. And the art is just incredible. Yep, no, relax, sweetie pie, relax. And what a sweaty game one. I'm thinking way too hard. What's something stupid that's happening in your life where you are? Hooray. Good stuff. Oh my god. Mr. Fahrenheit says, I won a trip to Barbados for being Employee of the Year. Hey! Hey! Oh, look, dude. Caca. Alright, so what we're going to do is we're going to play... We're going to play Kaito. Here we go. We're going to draw first.
Stick close, stay quiet, and we'll be fine. Oh, even I learned something.
This guy gets shrunk. Dude, show me what you got, Darkstar. Johnny Tightlips has started painting minis again this evening. Got paint all over my hands. Dude, that is so fucking sweet. I'll return the
Thanks for the
Escaped
help,
Experiment. I'm actually going to do this. I kind of like what our run out is right now. I'm going to put a stop
Let's
here.
show these scrapheads what real tech can do.
I think I actually want to Anoint with Affliction this. There is some gain and vulnerability stuff, such as this. And Anoint with Affliction gets around this. Feels positive. But Anoint with Affliction needs it to be mana value 3 or less. Shoulder's Edict. Just makes my opponent sacrifice a creature. So I feel like we're going to be in a reasonable situation here because I can then block with this 2/2 against this 1/1, and if my opponent has another creature here... Alright. Got it. Bang. Pick off. I still think this is okay. So my opponent now has to kill Kaito. And I can just keep smashing in with the Cutthroat.
I'm sure we'll laugh about this later.
I thought this card was busted good. I think I'm like just completely wrong. Actually, let me... Should have done this first. See what we get. Oh my god, the Watcher of Malcator. Hell yeah. So I'm swinging with this. So obviously if we block here... Sends a very scary signal. I'll take 2 poison. I think it's fine. I think it's fine. I think it's completely fine. Hit me. Non-token creature. Bang. Hit me. Ow. There's nothing to say. Hey, who here has seen Extraordinary Attorney Woo, huh? I love that show. That show's fucking awesome. I love Extraordinary Attorney Woo. I'm gonna do this just to really show him that I'm gonna send his stuff way down. There it is. Yeah, nice. It was okay. I'm enjoying it, Saitani. Going to 2 poison is fine. We're not hitting 3 poison. Everything's fine. It's looking fine. Alright, this is the game. First game was a real sweater. Do we have a show of hands of the Korean drama fans among us here? There's some other Korean drama faneronis in the pepperonis. Big K-drama fan. We got Bautron. Fuck yeah, man. That's what I'm talking about. Your dog says, yo, paw cake. 77 Snail. Burger Wise. Trulo. Oh yeah. Udrantax. Lupiel. Hometown cha-cha-cha for the win, says Whoosh J. Dude. Oh, fuck yeah. Dreams and Dust is my wife is. She's watching Crash Course in Romance. Oh, I want to watch Crash Course in Romance. You fucking kidding me? I want to watch that fucking shit, dude. This opening hand is amazing. Who knew that blue-black artifacts could be good? Fu Lewis has loved Korean movies. Now, there's a lot of dramatic movies and television shows made in Korea. Like, Squid Game is an example of a show that has dramatic elements in it, that was made in Korea and is a TV show, but it's not a K-drama. No, sir, it is not. Might have been more reasonable to play Malcator as a watcher. Permit it to die. No. Acre Spit, piece of shit. Alright, so I'm gonna do this. Take action. Bye-bye. Yeah, fuck you. Look at that. Yeah. I got you. Is the new episode of Physical 100 out yet? It needs to be. Dude, but like, the Korean dramas are just amazing. Black Thorn says Vagabond is the best, followed by Crash Landing on You. Shit is so good. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to commence operation, because this is minus, this is number of artifacts, not number of attacking artifacts. So this is now a 0-2. And then whichever one gets blocked by the Ichorspit Basilisk, my opponent can lose it. Right. Keeping things clear, And don't forget, we got Unctus. Unctus Ball, corner pocket. Oh, shit, an infested Fesh. You know what I'm saying, dude. Oh, no. No, don't do it. Oh. Oh. Swinging for 6. Ding, bong, bong. Part of me wants to, like, Annihilating Glare this stuff. But, I mean, I might just trade here. This is +1/+0, and... Oh, dude, Pawnib! I forgot about Hellbound. I've watched the first 3 episodes recently. I gotta go back and watch that. Because that show was gay as. Okay. This is all okay. These things. Swing like this. You get small. Alright, so what I want my opponent to do is I want them to equip first, and then I can Shoulder's Edict later. You ever played Paper Magic Day 9? Hell yeah, Bluffkin. Hell yeah. Dude, episode 3, the midpoint of that one, it's fucking scary shit. Each opponent sacrifices a token, a creature token. Dude, we are just gassing our way through this shit, man. Absolute gas. Man, this is... I mean, this is just going alarmingly well. We're gonna play Unctus. Here. Pop. Pop, pop. I need this one. Jesus, holy shit, that's so good. Oh my god. It's just so awesome. Dude, we are crunching through people. I'm telling you, Escaped Experiment is just really painful. I mean, it is like really painful to deal with. Blue, the aggro color. The aggro crag. Yeah, no, I had a... Oops, I had a terrible time. Alright. The Great Dimir Pivot is so far doing well, and we haven't even really drawn the good stuff yet. We're just winning with Escape Experiments. Did I learn Edifice as an artifact? Yeah, right. Yeah. The yes-no UX debate. Dude, it's killing me right now. Cutthroat Campion. Aether says, I do a virtual pre-release with my buddies for every set, and Escaped Experiment absolutely wrecked my shit in multiple games. So wait, when you say that you do that, is it like you like put a camera and you just like show what you're doing and shit? I mean, that sounds fucking gas. Yeah, I think that one thing that is noteworthy about this construction is that we have some proliferates, but we're not a proliferate deck. We almost view Toxic and Proliferate as interesting and potentially positive upsides for us, but that's about it. Voidwing Hybrid. I think I actually just want to get the hybrid down. Probably better to just get more stuff out. Because, like, look, this Gataxian Anatomist is just, like, very okay. Okay. Yeah, I'm just gonna play things. Anoint with Affliction will eventually allow us to do cool things. I can always sack this to kill that. Can always do it. Aether's Tempest is we buy pre-release kits, then we play on Spell Table. Over the holidays, we finally got together for the first time in person in a couple of years to draft my box of Modern Horizons I bought years ago. Dude, that's... Holy shit, that is a problem. Alright. So how do we... So I need to anoint with Affliction this somehow. Kill Zealot, can't, it's 4. Can't. Yeah, I gotta do this. This is it. This is the only way that I can see to pick off Mondra. Probably just gonna take a shitload of damage here. How much is Gold Wardens to re-equip? Okay. Oh, I didn't hit the button fast enough. I could have... Oops, I could have saved us some... Oh, I guess I couldn't have. They're unblockable buddies. So, I no longer have the ability to proliferate up to pick off this turkey, huh? Alright. So it has something to do with the ambulatory edifice. Jesus. Whisper of the Dross is kind of it. Might actually be it. Alright, this is the game. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to Whisper of the Dross like this. So, I mean, this is the most face-up play humanly possible, but I still think it's the best play. This is super duper 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 face-up. Okay, so now I need to anoint with Affliction. Pick off this so it doesn't make the 2 extra thingies. I mean, Ichor Synthesizer might be the thing that we win the game with. Formula done! Hooray for the Gataxian Animist. Sacrifice another artifact or creature. Oh, I can sacrifice another creature. Sick. Mirren Bardish has turned out to be like pretty good, comically. I mean, it's slow as hell, but it makes a 4/3 with Vigilance. Indoctrination of Tendon. I see we return that other one. Got it. Okay. Alright, who's going to be Porcelain Zealot? Alright, so far so good. We're doing stuff. Alright, cool, cool. So, I want to Sholdred's Edict. Probably one of these, but we can wait for this. Let's plop this turkey down. Actually, I'm gonna decline, I think. I'm feeling like health matters here. Alright. We're giving our opponent opportunities to makey mistakeys. This is good. But we also might just lose the fucking game, which is bad. Oh, on the Porcelain Zealot themselves. Alright. Show me what you got. Alright, that little turkey is going to be big now. Who's attacking? So I want you to sacrifice a non-token creature, which will cause one of these to get sacked. This is now a 3/3. So one of these has got to go. So if I block like this and like this, we're at 1. We're at 1 and we're owning. Cool. Sorcery. Pay 4. Kill that. 1. Nice. Now we're still on the toxic play. Alright. Alright, let's not roll onto the spacebar. Okay, affinity for equipment. This is terrible news. It has trample. This is fucking awful. This is the worst thing ever. 1 proliferate card, 1 time. Damn. Alright, let's do this. Jesus Christ. That creature. That creature can't attack or block. Woo! Oh my god. It feels good to be the better player in the game. It feels good to be the better player in the game. I drew it, and you'll notice I didn't begin celebrating until I hit the buttons correctly. Woo! Hitting the buttons correctly. Very scary, very terrifying. Wow. And my cat almost hit the spacebar too. That's the biggest risk in these games. It's a big risk. Oh my god, we won. Woo! That was a tough one. That was a tough one. And I'd like to give a shout out to my little Icar synthesizer pal. Our little Icar synthesizer pal really gave us the opportunity to make our opponent sack something, which made it a 3/3, and then we were able to block and pick one off. Oh, we set ourselves up to allow us to be lucky as shit. Opponent will never emotionally recover. I'll never emotionally recover. I'll be happy forever, Sido. Big Kev says, well, I mean, wait, I'm a believer. Yeah, Big Kev. This is not last game. Oh my god, yeah. Gataxian Anatomist, get out of here. I'll once again give a shout out to this turkey. This is an absolute monster card. I think that this is truly a frightening card to be up against. Yes, it is I, the Watcher of Malcator. Do you wish to trade, Zenith Chronicler? I think not. Holy shit, look at our Vigilant Watcher of Malcator. He's all about eyes and just looking at things. Man, I fucking love Malcator. He's so gassy. Oh, Mythic opponent? Well, I mean, our opponent has a Mythic opponent, so we gotta be careful on their end. White manas, alright. Running it all down. There it is. Dude, this Malcator's Watcher's gonna get in there. What now? I mean, this seems like the play, right? So is my opponent trying to cast something multicolored? Is my opponent trying to cast a multicolored thing here now, huh? I think it's gonna be a multicolored thing. Venser and the Fleshless Gladiator. Malcator's an actual creature? Hell yeah, man. He's a purity overseer. You kidding? It's like fucking, this is like a really big deal. Surprised you haven't heard of him. Thought everyone knew about Malcator. He's like really important. He's like Phyrexia Elephant Wizard. He like does experiments. He oversees purity. Purity's a little different in Phyrexia than when you take the purity test in college, you know. It's a little bit different. Like I would say quite different. I would say quite different, but I think relevantly, everyone's heard of him. And we try to draft him as much as we can. And when we do, we say a stupid voice and we go 7-0 and it makes us look like we know what we're doing. It's really powerful. Alright, I'm gonna check my email because I got nothing going on right now. Alright, well. This cat has been purring for 5 hours, dude. It's been purring for 5 freaking hours. I mean, she's just literally purring. It's like part of me is like, is everything okay? Does she have some sort of like mild vibration illness? Like, I don't know what it is. Rose God is taking some time. Are you sure she isn't sick? I don't know. That's what I'm worried about. She seems happy. She seems happy. Dirty Vic says, are you sure that the cat isn't actually a car? Here's what we're gonna do. We are going to. Each opponent sacrifices a non-token creature. And we're just gonna do this. Because, like, these are 3 solid creatures. Probably the Contagious Vorak will be the one to go. Probably. If one of the remaining 2 blockers decides to go, great, I'm swinging in. The Cutthroat Centurion lets us have 3 artifacts, causing the Bladed Ambassador to have 0 attack power. Gotcha. So then we can do this here. And now we have a very nice attack. I think Escaped Experiment is really nasty. I think it's just really nasty good. It's not a good block with the Bladed Ambassador. It's also not a great block with Atraxis Skitterfang without trading. And I don't think a lot of people do the +1/+0 first strike thingy. Yeah, this is a sort of expected outcome. But now we actually get him for quite a good amount of damage. Is that 7? Bing, bong, bang, pow, boom. Why did I gain life? I gained life, didn't I? What happened? Oh, that has lifelink? This has lifelink? I had no idea. Oh my god. It's incredible, man. Venser. Corpse Puppet. It's incredible. He loves puppets. And he loves life. Speaking of which, have any of you read the horror short story by Junji Ito of the people that live in the Marionette House? That one, for some reason, really messed with me, like a lot. So we're going to activate this to sack, because then Carnivorous Canopy fizzles, so then my opponent can't proliferate. Might just lifelink. Oh, absolutely perfect. Alright, so we're going to commence Operation Swingo Dingo. Ooh, I see what Villain was doing. We got to wait a turn. Because they picked off one of our artifacts, so Escaped Experiment only gives -2/-0. At least we have Bring the Ending. My opponent has kind of seemed like they want to cast something rather expensive, so Bring the Ending is a reasonably solid one. We have a deck full of artifacts, so we're going to have a lot of options to be able to swing in. But even now, because this has no available mana, we can turn off Atraxis Skitterfang. Absolutely perfect. We have, like, won so many games in a row right now. Let's see, where are we at? We went 7-0, and now we are 4-0. Jesus. My life is just literally, I'm peaking, and it's about to crest into oblivion. Lefowin says, I've been working on a TCG for a while, and I wanted to get prototype art. I'm using a generative art tool for this and plan to produce the 600 pieces myself, but I've already got attached to a few arts, and I don't know if I'll want to replace them if the game goes into production. What do you think is over the line when it comes to using AI art in game production? Yeah, I would recommend... I would recommend whatever you do, make sure that you fully own the IP to the art. I think that we are in a really bizarre transitional period where AI tech is going to get better and better and better. I would not be surprised if within 5 years, instead of a text prompt to create a 2D image, you could have a text prompt that makes a 3D animated character that you could put into a game. This is not good enough because we have no creatures. And so with that in mind, I think that it's fair to just say, hey, how do I just behave reasonably ethically? Because there are, for instance, art tools that will take artists' art, train on it, and sell themselves as, hey, we can make art that's similar to that guy, so you don't even have to fucking pay him. And I think that in the long run, there's a real positive, which is like a lot of artists, dude, a lot of artists do shitty grunt work. Like, a lot of artists, what they do is someone comes up to them and says, I need a lot of trees. I need you to literally make like 40 trees and spend a day on each tree. And when you're done, I'm gonna need 40 rocks. And so, like, you know, I have a number of friends who are artists who are super, super, super excited about the possibilities of art AI stuff, because for them, in their eyes, this will allow them as artists to speed up their own process, which is great, right? And so I think that, ooh, this is really nice. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to swing like this. So I would encourage you to consider, like, for instance, if you're doing stuff in prototyping town, I am personally of the opinion that, dude,
I won't quit until Kamigawa is safe.
dude, just literally, if you're in a prototype, do whatever the hell you want. If you're not selling it, like, dude, I know people in their prototypes, they literally rip art assets out of another game just so they can kind of see what it looks like, and they just work from there. And it's terrific. I think this is actually what I want to do. I want to do that. Yep. It's incredible for visualization. Annihilating
I got fresh intel.
Claire. So I think that we are currently in, we're doing the long game here. We're looking to trade and just draw one card a turn with Kaito. Yeah, so I mean, like, really, if you're gonna stick in prototyping and you want to have a complete prototype art set as a communication tool, that's great. And if you're attached to things, that's also fine. You can show an artist your art and say, do it generally like this, but these 3 art pieces, I'm really an enormous fan of. I really, 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 really like these 3 specific art pieces.
You seem like a fun
That's fine.
challenge.
All right, this is going to be a hard one to lose. Being able to draw a card per turn is straight nasty.
Even I learned something.
But I think that, you know, for a lot of artists, this can be incredibly, upsettingly scary. And I think that you can simultaneously think that AI is the future 100%, and there's no going back on that at all, etc., etc., etc. You can think that and still not be a piece of shit as a person. I think that these two things are not mutually exclusive. God, I wish I'd left that up. And I think you can still have support for artists baked into there. So I think we have to just accept this damage. Kaito, you did good stuff. 26 versus 25. Wow. Not as ahead as I thought I might be.
Needs me.
This is the one that I'm a little worried about, but I still think we're doing okay. It's 3 toxics is a little bit rough to deal with. Okay, so that's a very good one to counter. I don't want to have to deal with that the entire game. Sack this one, just draw, so we can get something better than these 2. Oh, this is rough. I think I just need to start swinging like this. Sure. I think that I actually do want to hit this and sack this guy, because I need to keep digging to find something that has use. These are just like a really awkward set of cards. And I you know, sort of on the same topic, Lefowens, I'm kind of a believer that you can, as a person, if you're making a small decision, like, yeah, you know what? I am going to hire an artist and pay that particular artist, and that artist will be the one that I ask to finish this up, as opposed to paying for a AI service that asserts that it owns the copyright. Yeah, I just short term, I want to make sure that these things are a little bit better established. Yeah, that's like completely fine. So we're at 6 poison. This is a bit of a pickle. Get some of these. Now that is actually terrific. Now I can do this, and I can say yes to the life, take action, hit this Pestilent Cypher. And then I can eat each of these and pick off the Mandible of Justiciar. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 land. So my opponent has actually mostly drawn land. Planar Disruption? Fuck. I'm more worried about poison than life right now. Swing one more time, and then we'll kind of just be hoping and praying. Quite honestly, dismaying. So, huh. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Let's see here. We have 9, 10. It actually seems pretty... Actually seems like we've drawn a lot of creatures, actually. I should say we've drawn a lot of useful things. Oh, we are so fucked here. Alright. Okay, this is fine. I mean, I'm allowed to lose once in a while. Can't win 100% of them, although I will try. Get Bird back with Proliferate. I think I was just too handily dismayed. We could have stayed in for exactly a turn, but then our opponent is going to be making 1 cat per turn. Because remember, that single 2/2 can generate 2/2s. Eleven and 1, having fun. I go first? Yeah, I think I gotta hold on to this one. I think this one's good enough. I mean, frankly, even Dross Pit, 2 sack to draw on turn 3 seems alright. Both plots are streaming? Oh shit, is Nick Tasteless plot online? Dude, CD Greg 20 says, hi Dana, I heard Covert Go Blue shout you out in a recent video. Twitch recommended you tonight. Glad to stop in. Well, hey, thanks for joining our little corner of the internet. Covert Go Blue fucking rules, man. Oh my god. So I think I just allow that to happen, which sucks. All right, maybe we lost. All right, we'll see what villain does. We will see what the villain does. Axiom Engraver. All right, I'm gonna wait and see if they play a land. They didn't. So this means that we should actually say each opponent sacrifices a non-token creature to get rid of the thing that can help them draw more lands. Now it's my turn. This is where I can pass. Here we have options. All right. Well, we're going to take some damage first. Ow. Ugh. I'm actually going to do this, because I'll have 4 mana next turn. I want a blue, then I can have, like, Void Wing Hybrid and Anoint with Affliction. Oh my god. I'm gonna take damage from this and then zap that. Yeah, I gave him the chance to do some stuff. I don't think there's a hexproof in this set or anything, so it's alright. Alright. Oh, that's right. Tyvar's. Tyvar's is a 1-green. Lattice Blade Mantis. Alright, I'm feeling death. Feeling impending agony. I'm feeling it. My opponent combat tricks this out, then I'm Smith 0. Alright, so we're not 100% dead, but we're just like the probability of us being dead is just so high. You know what? I'm just literally not going to do this anymore. I'm not doing this anymore. Those games happen. This is why it's 3 losses instead of 1 loss. It's no single elimination the way it is in StarCraft 1. Hurts to see. I mean, at the same time, you know, we won a shitload of games in a row, so, you know, it was like fucking, you know. Okay, are you purring because you're happy? Are you purring because you're happy? Alright, great. Alright, I'm gonna win. Look at my gladiator. Oh, the runs. There are so many X1s in this format. It is so good. Bang. Probably escaped experiment and offer immortality, if we're being honest. Okay. Bye-bye. Well, I'll just play the Void Wing Hybrid. And then, you know, Sinew Dancer might feel optimistic to swing. What does this thing do? The beginning of your turn, the next time target creature would deal combat damage to 1 or more players, prevent the damage if damage is prevented this way, create that many 1/1 colorless Phyrexian Might artifact creature tokens. Okay. Now it looks a little unnecessary, but I'm happy. I'm going to do that. So I think that I am just... this is only other one. Target creature deal combo damage. Okay. Dude, Malcator's Watcher and the Centurion? Or Malcator's Watcher and the Voidwing Hybrid? Oh, lose 2 life? Alright, hell yeah, we're both killing it, man. It's great news. Sack this guy, because I'll be able to bring him back next turn. Yeah, seems pretty good, seems pretty good. I want to do this thing now, because we might have a better option with our mana here. We do not. It's fine. Porcelain Zealot. We block like this. Oh shit, Bone Picker Skirt. Fuck. That shit fucking sucks. Alright, I'm gonna play this guy down. I think I do have to do like this. I think this is correct. This is a wee bit shitty. So I could, like, Omega block everything, but I don't think that would actually help us in the long run. Alright. Got it. Oh, I keep forgetting. Oh my god. I just should have blocked with this every single time. It's like why I brought it back. Brought it back. Ah! So... Alright. Just want to sacrifice a non-token creature. Get out of here. Probably should actually not attack. I shouldn't have died with that. Oh, if only I had not done all the things that I just keep doing. Only I had just done that one thing. So we have both Void Wings. Yeah, Whisper of the Dross would be very good. Alright. One time. One time. Alright, that's... I mean, that's quite helpful. This, and then I will do this, and then I'm going to play this little Swamper Bomper guy. Alright. So I blocked that one. So then I'm gonna go to 2. Ow, ow. Testament Bear. Where were you last turn, you turkey? I think I'm doing this right. I think I'm doing this right. So, I counter this. Right? Now they don't have the body, so now they can't really attack, because then we win on the swing back. But let's see what they do. Right? Targeting yourself. Okay, so that's... So... Yeah, so now you lose. Right? Alright, this is the game. I'm the best. Ooh, ooh. Alright, cool. Ooh, ooh, oh, my goodness. Great, good stuff. Is my little baby cat here? Here. Hey, I'm right over here. Do you want some attention? Alright, she's fluffing up in the corner. Yeah, I think that if they had let that thing die, that would have increased the probability that they take a trip to get their city. I learned my lesson. I am mulliganing. This hand is so good, I can't even believe it. This hand is so good, I can't even believe it. Could also let Rhea, the Orzhov Knight, deal damage. Ah, nice. I don't care, dude. Draw a card. Draw a card. I still think this is just so disproportionately better. We need to do it anyways. Alright. That sucks. Got him. Take the action. Pick off this turkey. Now, here's something that's kind of weird. Because we have Kaito, Dancing Shadow, we might just be willing to trade. I'm going to do this. I want as few things on the board as possible. For some reason, I literally thought that I was going to be able to play with a land here, and I am not. I am not. Clearly, I am not. Very derpy of me. Very derpy. I think I actually do like this. I mean, we'll probably take 3 more. Okay. I'll take 5 more. Ow, ow, ow. Alright. Opponent sacrifices a Non-token creature. Get out of here. Wish for the Dross. Get out of here, you. Welcome back. God, that Voidwing Hybrid is just ridiculously good. We got like 2 of them in the final pack. That was an incredible run out. All right. Oh, dude, a Rebel Salvo? Damn. Villain is thoroughly yoked. All right, so here's what we are gonna do. We're going to plus this. And this, there's a reasonable probability that my opponent just, has a spell that buffs this or kills us. But I think that that would have given us the best chance in the long run. But still, I mean, I'm incredibly happy about this draft. Like, incredibly happy, because we went into blue-black starting in pack 2. So that feels great. We're going to go ahead and do one more. I'm going to do one more draft for the day.